You're watching Inland Sports, your local sports leader. Highlights, interviews, and insight you won't find anywhere else. Brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona and Spoiled, quick quality oil change in Riverside. Inland Sports hosted by Pep Fernandez. Honored by the Southern California Interscholastic Football Coaches Association, the National Football Foundation, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the CIF Southern Section Champion of Character.
Hey, what's up, Pep? Too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
Welcome to Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona for the Inland Sports Week 2 preview. We're going to break down some of the big games coming up on the high school football scene this week, as well as talk about our Great 8 and 4 more Inland Sports high school football rankings, and of course the Coaches Challenge. We'll explain the rules once again and give you the point total, but myself, David Zink from the Press Enterprise, intern Nick, and world-famous intern Angel, we picked head football coaches in the inland area. And every time they get wins, we get points. And we're going to see who has the most points at the end of the season, right?
Right, and it's getting hot in here.
It's getting hot in here.
Will we pick a hotter time to try and get this done?
Listen, we're just trying to sympathize with all those high school football teams that are practicing and playing in the heat, right?
Right.
We're just doing our part.
Is that what we're doing?
We're doing our part.
Okay.
And we're here at Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. They got the boot camps going on. They do softball, baseball, basketball, soccer. And you know they do football because they got Leonard Russell here, former NFL star. So whatever sport you're doing, maybe you just want to come here and train, do the boot camp thing. They've got a little something for everyone. So adrenalineathletic.com, whatever your sport, they will take care of you and get you to that next level. And if you want your car to be at the next level too, you go to Spoiled, quick quality oil change in Riverside. It's hot out there. Got to make sure your car's right, performing at a peak level. Spoiled will get you in there, get your oil change and whatever else you might need done. They'll do it right the first time, give you a great fair price, and get you back out on the road quickly. So shout out to Bill Navigato, Spoiled, quick quality oil change. He did, man. It's hot out there. I'm so glad I went to Spoiled. What was it, 2 weeks ago? My car's purring like a kitten now. It's hot out there. I don't have to worry about, man, am I leaking oil? Is my oil right? Every 3,000 miles, bang, Bill Navigato's going to take care of me. And he can take care of you, too. He spoils everyone at Spoil, so not just big-time stars like David Zink over here. All right. The Inland Sports, Grade 8 and 4 more rankings. Let's go ahead and just punch those up so everyone can see what we're talking about. Not a whole lot of movement here, but Centennial still #1 in our rankings, and they're really not going to move unless they completely collapse this season, which is not going to happen. And as you come back out here live to Adrenaline Athletic Training.
What do I say, Pep?
It all begins, right?
It all begins and it all ends where? With Matt Logan and the Centennial Huskies.
Well, speaking of your boy, Matt Logan, there he is in the middle of his fine-looking team, Anthony Catalano. We've got his face up in the Inland Sports studio at Fox Sports 1350 now. Coming off that big win, yeah, Matt Logan in the middle with the striped shirt. Do you like the striped shirt?
It's a different look for Matt. I haven't seen Matt in anything much more than black or red.
Is he mixing it up?
I guess. You said that he thought maybe because, you know, Brooke over at Rev is such a fashionable guy, he's trying to catch up.
I know. We talk about Brooke and his different looks.
Isn't it more the golf course country club look that he's got in that golf shirt?
It really is.
Shirt?
It really is. Maybe he's getting some advice from other people saying, you know what? Why don't you fix it up? But I bet you he's got shorts on.
Do you think a Gunn is the athletic director is saying, you know, what you really need is horizontal stripes?
Let me give you a new shirt. So you're telling me Bill Gunn's giving Matt Logan fashion advice?
Well, if he is, he's not treating him well because you should have horizontal stripes. At least don't make him look taller.
But he's wearing shorts. I'd like to suggest maybe capris. I don't know. Like
a Nadal type capri?
I guess the tennis player Rafael Nadal likes to rock those capris, but I don't think Matt Logan, I don't think it's his style. But they beat Sarah 52-13. Real beatdown. They got Orange Lutheran next. That was a pick of the Huskies after they beat Sarah 52-13. Redlands East Valley still at #2 after picking up a season opening win against Chaminade 52-13, and the Wildcats
on the road.
Big win, I mean, at Chaminade.
2.5 hour drive, and they still had the energy to play this game.
Over in West Hills, that's Joey Harmon running wild for head coach Kurt Bruick. Harmon, because of injuries, was playing some slot receiver, of course, running back. He was just kind of all over the place making plays for Redlands East Valley.
As long as you have Armando Herrera at quarterback, you're never in bad shape.
Man, check out Armando just slinging it around. They look good, and they're going into a big game at St. Bonaventure. They've had this rivalry going with the Seraphs, a bunch of home and away series year after year. So we'll see if they can go up to Ventura and get a big win against St. Bonaventure. So Redlands East Valley is still number 2 in our rankings.
So I guess the blue turf didn't help the team with the blue uniforms very much.
No, Redlands East Valley not fazed by the different colored turf, I guess, at Chaminade. So 51-42 is the final there. So they are number 2 in the grade 8 and 4 more high school football rankings. Number 3, a lot of people say they should be number 2, but for right now they're still number 3. Vista Murrieta 1-0 after putting the beat down on Ballard High School from the Seattle area. 71-32 the final score. Let's check out some of the Broncos getting it done at the defensive line, including Ernesto Valenzuela III. Right? Big E.
That is a long way to come to get beat.
But you know what? Maybe they went to Disneyland. Maybe they mixed it up and tried to make a little vacation out of it. Did a little sightseeing, went to the Hollywood sign. I don't know. Maybe they made a vacation out of it, but still.
Hopefully they did, because it wasn't fun on Friday night.
Well, next up for Vista Murrieta is Santiago. And you saw the Sharks last week against Santa Margarita. Wasn't pretty for the Sharks.
No, it was, Scott Morrison's got it first year there at Santiago after Coach Steinberg goes on over to Rancho Verde. And with that, he's, introducing a lot of new things to a lot of kids, and they're just trying to get things put back together. And Santa Margarita is not the team you want to meet week 2 when you're still trying to get things put together. Santa Margarita, one of the top schools in the Pac-5 division. KJ Costello, one of the top quarterbacks in the state, threw for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Just a tough game for Santiago, but I'm sure that they're going to pick it up as the season goes on. All right, so they've got Vista Murrieta next, our number 3 team in the Inland Sports. Grade 8 and 4 more rankings. Norco checks in at number 4. Big win against Rancho Cucamonga this past Friday, and Victor Viramontes, Cowboy strong, right? Trucking people all the way to the end zone. So they beat Rancho Cucamonga 29-26. They've got a bye this week, so they'll catch their breath as they get ready for another big game on the road at Mission Viejo on September 18th. So Norco is our number 4 team in the grade 8 and 4 more rankings. Heritage number 5, they beat Los Osos 35-14. Another day at the office for the Patriots. They just seem to get it done week after week. They've got La Quinta coming up. Same thing for Carter. They beat Rialto 65-0. So they're at JW North next. So both Heritage and Carter probably won't move. They're both going to go to 3-0, looks like, on the season, barring something wild happening this past week. Number 7, though, a new team in the rankings. Murrieta Valley at 2-0, coming off a huge win of the week last week in week number 1 as they beat Citrus Hill 44-21. You're looking at video of the Q, Quincy Wimbish, just running guys over. He's also got some moves, David Zink. Check this out, a little spin move coming up, whoop, as he goes into the end zone. 44-21. Murrieta Valley off to a great start. They've got Elsinore coming up. Wimbish and a freshman quarterback, and they're owning people offensively. Yeah, we talked to George Wilson on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports 1350 this past Saturday, and he's like, you know what? Besides having the physical tools, the freshman quarterback, Hank Bachmeyer, he just has it. He's just one of those guys that as a freshman you've got confidence in, and Hank Bachmeyer navigating this offense. And I mean, I could be the quarterback if we can hand off to Quincy Wimbish, but Hank Bachmeyer also throwing the ball and making plays, Hank, too. That was no slight on you. No, it's just how good Quincy is, but Hank's also throwing the ball as well in that passing game. But big win for Murrieta Valley. Number 7 in the grade 8 and 4 more. Citrus Hill, of course, they're going to drop to number 8. Take a tumble to 8. But they stayed in there. They're still there. I mean, well, we still got Rancho Verde, Cajon, Redlands, and Riverside Poly all looking to get into that top 8. That's the 4 more, and it's tough. I mean, those 4 teams could be in the grade 8. Cajon is probably the most deserving at this point, I'd say. Cajon has a couple huge wins. Roosevelt, Valley View. They beat Valley View by a final score of... let's see. Oh, I don't have it in front of me, but it was like 56-10. Well, and then this week they've got Kaiser. It's going to be a really tough. That's a telling game. That's a big game. That will be a game that really says where Cajon's going to be this year.
So Cajon, Kaiser, the winner of that game, I know is going to be in the rankings somewhere.
And where's Kaiser in that group?
I know, dude. People, go ahead, beat me up.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying, this is what people are thinking.
Kaiser should be there. People are probably saying, well, where's Summit?
Yeah.
Summit started in our 4 more rankings to begin the year.
I don't know. Where are they?
I don't know. That's a good question.
We're going to have to talk to the people who are putting this game together.
You know what?
Because, you know, it is ridiculous.
The rankings are ridiculous.
These guys are so biased.
There's not a lot of merit, yet we have it anyways. And but yeah, Kaiser, Summit, 2 teams.
There's just lots of good teams, and we're finding more and more, so it's getting harder. We only have 8 spots.
And how about Norte Vista? They beat Rim of the World this past week. And Freddie Hawley had a big game, of course, 145 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Chris Kilgore coming up, the quarterback here. He's going to bust off this run for a touchdown. So Norte Vista's a team, too, that could be in the rankings with Summit and Kaiser. They're playing a lot of good football right now. They got a big game coming up at Palm Desert. So we'll see if Norte Vista can keep things going. They beat Palm Desert last year. And here comes 3K. Freddie Hawley. Remember?
Well, and there's no lack. You're absolutely right. There's no lack of talent on that team, but the one thing that they battle against is the teams that they have to play or that they're scheduled to play. I mean, I don't know if there are really any big dogs in that group. I mean, you know, they're going to play the games, and like you can only play the teams that are put in front of you. But at the same time, you know, a couple games against a Citrus Hill or a Rancho Verde and that kind of thing would do a lot towards seeding when it comes to playoffs and things like that.
So Norte Vista, they're probably waiting for one of these grade 8 or 4 more to stub their toe, maybe lose a game that they shouldn't, and then that's where Norte Vista will slide in. But as long as Norte Vista keeps winning, it's hard to ignore them. I mean, they've got a great team, especially with Freddie Hawley, 3K. Oh, 3K for the Braves. And Corona is another team that we talked about. They're still on the They got a win against Norco, they got a win against Kaiser in the season. Centennial. So let's see if Corona can keep it going. So that's another team that we're keeping an eye on that could crack the grade 8 and top 4. So one more time, here's the rankings. We've probably got it wrong. Probably doesn't make any sense. Doesn't hold a lot of merit, but here they are anyways. The grade 8 and 4 more rankings, and some of the schools that aren't on the list, but very close. They're on the cusp. Kaiser, Summit, Norte Vista, Corona, and I'm sure there might be another team or 2 that we're talking about next week. Maybe San G. We didn't even bring up San G. So anyways, that's what we've got so far right now. So those are the rankings. Those are some of the games we're keeping an eye on for week 2 coming up. But first, I shouldn't say but first, but before we get out of here, let's first show you the Coaches Challenge teams.
Uh-oh.
Once again, these are our coaches. Team Pep, Team World Famous, Team Intern Nick, Team David Zink from the Press Enterprise. These are our head coaches. So when these head coaches get a victory, we get points. And we're going to keep tally throughout the season who gets the most points, who's going to win the Coaches Challenge.
Gosh, Pep, who's winning?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Zink, because it's you.
Huh.
Yeah, go figure.
Surprising.
So you work at the PE, you're a football expert, we get it, you're the cool guy on campus.
Pep, I never said any one of those things. In fact, I'm not even leading at the Press Enterprise. So I guess I'm just beating up on little guys.
Whoa, come on. You got 13. I'm only one back, all right? I'm the Angels to your Astros. I'm right there.
Is that what it is?
Well, actually, the Angels are farther back than what I am. But I'm saying I got 12, world famous Intern Angel 10. Intern Nick, we talked about this on the Inland Sports Show, man.
Like I said, he picked a bunch of San Bernardino schools and he missed Colton, or he missed Cajon. I don't know.
He got Riverside Poly. He got
the only team that got him a win.
OP by
Mr. San Bernardino was a Riverside school. How ironic.
When I think of Intern Nick, I think of that scene from Step Brothers when they're like digging that grave and just throwing dirt on his head. We're just throwing dirt on Intern Nick's head. I mean, dude, we're gonna bury you alive, Intern Nick. I'm still alive down here, guys.
Why are you doing it? I'm still alive.
Well, Intern Nick vows to have a big week. He says he's gonna come back, but right now he's got a hole. Once again, these are the teams. We want you to go online, go on Twitter, show your support. Which team do you think has the best head coaches? And at the end of the season, we want to give away a fabulous prize to whoever, whoever wins this. If you've got Team Zink, let's just say for the sake of conversation, Team Zinc wins. If you're a Team Zinc guy, we're going to give away a good prize on social media. So follow us at inland_sports. Tell us, is there a coach that we missed? Is there a coach that belongs in the Coach's Challenge? And who's got the best team? I say I do. I've got a chance. Fazio got me a win against Hemet. That's all I can say, man. Fazio was a nice
Logan,
win.
Steinberg, Chastain, Batdorf, McCullough, Wilson, Johnson, and Galliano. I'm telling you right now.
You got a good team. But we'll see how week 2 plays out, and we will bring you an up-to-date Coach's Challenge score.
I predict me pulling away from the pack.
We'll find out. We're going to talk about it Saturday, the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 11 a.m. You can also watch the show right here on the Inland Sports YouTube channel, so please subscribe to us, and we'll update the Coach's Challenge. And then next week on our next preview show, we'll update the rankings as well and tell you who's in and who's out. So you watch the Inland Sports Show or listen to it on Fox Sports every Saturday at 11 a.m. Every Friday night at 11 p.m. You can check out Sports Weekly Live on the IEMG TV channel or on the IEMG YouTube channel. So subscribe to IEMG. Check us out every Friday night, 11 o'clock, for scores and highlights around the San Bernardino area, plus other areas around the Inland Empire. Any scores or highlights that we can get, we're going to throw them in there as well. So a real comprehensive look at San Bernardino and Riverside counties. Well, the Week 2 preview for Inland Sports brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona and Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change in Riverside. We've got some great games coming up in Week 2 of the high school football season. We're going to talk about it this Saturday on the Inland Sports Show. And I can't wait to get to the Coach's Challenge. I feel really good. I think I got a good week coming my way.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
And see, some of these coaches I'm torn. Let's say, take Matt Logan, for example. I want Matt Logan to win, but he's on your team.
So you want him to lose?
I didn't say that.
Matt, did you hear that? It's all about winning and losing.
If this helmet will fit on my head.
Doesn't fit
almost.
It definitely won't fit on my head.
Almost. So anyways, we'll update you on the Coach's Challenge as well. I'm Pep Fernandez for David Zing for the Press Enterprise, and we will see you next time on Inland Sports.